It's quite striking that survey after survey shows that Japan is the number one trusted great power in Southeast Asia. There's nothing America can do to stop China. Only China can stop China. Great things can start from small places, including Singapore. We all want stability in Asia. I mean, that's, of course, something it's in everyone's interest. We hope the two countries will find ways to resolve these very complex issues and move forward. Southeast Asia has done that with Japan, as far as the history is concerned. It has taken some time, but with the passage of time, with the passing of generations, the feelings are not the same. And we have put the history aside and we're moving forward. And it's quite striking that survey after survey shows that Japan is the number one trusted great power in Southeast Asia. And so Singapore and all the Southeast Asian countries support Japan playing a bigger role in our region, including on the security front, because we think that provides for some stability in the region.
Do you think poking the dragon in the way that the Prime Minister did, do you think that was advisable?
Well, I'm not her advisor. I can't judge the wisdom of
group of people.
I can't judge the wisdom of whether or not what she said was wise to do. But it has been said; it can't be unsaid now.
Yes.
So it is there. There will be a difference of views, clearly, and I think both sides. I think on the Japanese side, they are clearly wanting to bring things down, to stabilize the relationship and not cause this to escalate further. And I hope China will feel the same way. I visit China regularly just to find out how things are developing. And all the actions that America takes vis-a-vis China has, in a way, only strengthened their resolve to work even harder, to move faster on technology self-sufficiency, and they are determined to grow. So one China commentator tells me there's nothing America can do to stop China. Only China can stop China. And when I heard that, it reminded me of something I heard a long time ago about the US too. There's, Abraham Lincoln once said, if destruction be our lot, let us, Americans, be the author and finisher of it. And so it strikes me that in this great rivalry, everyone is focused on what one country does to another.
Yeah.
But really, the fates of these two great powers will be determined by their own people at the end of the day. Americans decide Americans' future, Chinese people decide Chinese future. That's what it comes down to, and it's their actions, their agency that determines domestic reforms, that determines the direction that these countries will take. We certainly want to integrate faster and bring together the single market. I mean, there's so much that still needs to be done, but we also have to recognize the wide diversity of ASEAN, countries at different levels of development, and so we move as fast as we can. I would say that it was not so much that the US didn't want to negotiate with ASEAN collectively. It's just impossible given the diversity in ASEAN. ASEAN would not be able to negotiate a trade deal with America as a collective. It had to be country by country. We are not quite there yet to negotiate deals like that collectively. But ASEAN has its advantages and strengths. When we talk about ASEAN centrality, for example, it's not as though it means ASEAN dominates everything, but it means ASEAN has pooling power as a convener. And precisely because of the fracturing of the global economy that we see now and the uncertainties, more and more major powers would like to strengthen their links with ASEAN. You know how the TPP started and the CPTPP started? P4. Very small countries, 4 tiny economies came together in the P4. That became the TPP, and when America decided not to continue, we had the CPTPP. So Great things can start from small places, including Singapore. I suppose me being from a different generation is part of it, but in terms of ethos, mindset, values, I represent the party, and the foundational values remain the same. And our mission, my mission, is to keep Singapore going, not just in my term, but to leave behind a better Singapore for my successor and for future generations. I keep going back to this very vivid memory of when I was in Michigan studying. I've told this story before, but not all the guests here might know this. There is a ghost town in Michigan, and it's called Singapore. Truly. It was founded
was it based around free trade and minimal government?
I don't know. It was founded in the 1830s near Lake Michigan. Why Singapore? Perhaps 1830s. Perhaps it took inspiration from the fact that in 1819 there was this exotic port in the exotic Far East founded by Sir Stamford Raffles. And so maybe the name traveled. It took some time for things to travel in those days, and perhaps it took inspiration from that. But Singapore and Michigan didn't last very long. I think about 50 years. It's overwhelmed by the sifting sand dunes, and now there's only a marker that says this is where Singapore, Michigan stood. We want Singapore in Southeast Asia to last for a very long time.